people were talking about the Cruz Allred debate and Cruz destroyed or Allred really got him good. Cancun Cruz, blah, 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 whatever. Michael, what do you think? Cruz still going to win?
Yes.
Okay. Charles?
Yeah, I think so.
Allred's a black man, right?
It's slightly
debatable.
Racist.
My favorite part of the whole...
I asked if he's a black man and you called me racist, and Michael said debatable and you said nothing.
I was obviously joking.
Yeah, obviously.
But my favorite part of the debate was the women, the men competing in women's sports section, where Colin Allred said Cruz is just mad about this because he couldn't make the JV baseball team or whatever he said.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see that. Wow.
I should have watched it.
A lot of Democrats I see online are very much like, all of a sudden they're like, yeah, that's such a bad position that Democrats took. It's undefendable. Like all of the Republicans have to do, Ted Cruz has to do is keep bringing that up and it's undefendable. But I mean, I don't understand. Like they weren't like these Democrats weren't saying anything when it was like the hot topic of the moment.
Yeah, because it wasn't politically expedient at the time, and now they recognize that the general public is not in favor of it, and they got to reverse course.
Yeah, but they're just going to go back to nonsense like this.
Yes,
of course.
I mean, they haven't abandoned it. They're just paying it lip service right now.
It's a presidential election, so they got
the most money Trump has spent on an ad thus far is the gender reassignment surgery for prisoners ad that he's running in a bunch of the states.
Because it's crazy. Why are we paying for gender reassignment surgery for prisoners? Michael.
Oh, why aren't they paying for yours, Charles? Right? Why do that for prison?
Am I right?
I mean, if I ever go to prison, fingers crossed that never happens, and I'm in a male prison, I'm going to just say I'm a woman.
You're going to have them pay for it?
I'm not going to get the surgery. I'm just going to say I'm a woman.
What is under what circumstance, it crossed my fingers, let's pray it doesn't happen. Like, why would you go to prison, Michael?
Yeah, if you had to pick one reason that you would go to prison, what would it be?
Hanging out with you hoodlums. Kamala Harris gets elected president and comes after me from all my crypto money.
That makes sense.
Is it money though? All right. So we have what's her name from Massachusetts, Elizabeth Pocahontas. She's in a debate. I thought this was interesting. I don't know if y'all actually watched it when I sent it to you, but I thought it was interesting. I didn't know that she was in a debate. That's a good face, by the way. Look at her. Oof, rough. Here we go.
To go after them on overdraft fees, where folks like JP Morgan Chase were making more than $1 billion a year of people who were struggling making it day to day. I'm in those fights, but I think crypto ought to have to follow the same rules as everybody else.
Briefly.
Since when did crypto become such a big talking point for like senators and presidential candidates? It popped up out of nowhere. I just thought that it's kind of weird. I don't know.
Please don't get Michael started.
But I think that, we're about to get Michael started big time because I think this guy might.
Why is she always wearing the same thing, by the way? Go ahead.
I think this guy that's running against her, I think his last name is Deaton. I think it might be like Michael in disguise.
I wish Senator Warren would attack inflation the way she attacks crypto. I wish she would attack securing the border the way she's focused on crypto. She's so focused on crypto. She had the CEO of JP Morgan Chase available for questioning, and they had financed the largest child sex trafficking operation in history with Jeffrey Epstein. And Senator Warren didn't ask a single question. She wanted to talk about crypto because she's so hyper-focused. I know that because I was raped as a child for a period of 2 years, I might be a little more sensitive to those child rape victims. But I want to ask Senator Warren, why would you not ask one question? JP Morgan Chase settled for $290 million to these rape victims. They had to settle with the...
Look at her face. Oh, God. What do I do? What do I say?
Damn, this guy's throwing down heat.
Yeah.
Virgin Islands. And Senator Warren doesn't ask a question. You want to know why? Because a former Democrat president's involved, because her donors are involved, because people that she knows are involved. Again, loyalty to an agenda.
This is like elder abuse. Look how sad she looks.
Loyalty to a party. I come in and I want transparency on everything. I'd like her to answer the question on behalf of all those rape.
She won't answer it.
Is he a Republican?
I have stated.
Yeah,
he is a Republican. Yeah,
he's a pro-choice Republican, running in Massachusetts, but he's got like, I don't know, some ridiculous amount of his funding comes from the crypto community because they hate Elizabeth Warren because she's
Like 70.
public enemy number one to the crypto community, wanting to ban it and regulate it out of existence. And dang, he brought in Jeffrey Epstein. That was great.
So I wonder
that
how
guy.
she is at odds then with Kamala's plan for black folk.
That, what are you gonna do? You can't have it's not so easy as all that, Charles. You know what I mean? Like,
Don't know what you mean.
huh?
Nope, don't know you mean.
Listen, Mamala is just trying to help the black community, okay? And old lady Pocahontas is not going to stand in the way of that.
Did you know she was the first? She spearheaded and then was the first, I think, executive director of the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau.
Ooh.
Elizabeth Warren.
Are you allowed to say spearheaded, considering her Native American history? I'm just curious. I don't know. Sounds like you might be barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah, Liz Warren went through an incredible transformation from that time to now, where she just is like the bank's lackey, and so she's going after crypto. But that guy probably doesn't stand a chance. I don't know what Massachusetts' partisan breakdown is, but I'm assuming it's a very, 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 very blue state, and he probably doesn't have a chance. But that was fun to watch.
Yeah, well, I've also heard that because Elizabeth Warren wants to like break up the tech monopolies, right? The tech companies aren't happy with her either, and so they might be pressing some buttons on their end to get her out. But it's pretty difficult to get people to change their minds about Elizabeth Warren. She's been there for so long, right? Anything else? She has been there for very long.
She's awful.
Well, don't use too many words. She's awful. Charles, anything? Anything? She's against your people. She wants to get rid of the crypto. And Kamala tells me that your people love crypto.
Well, I mean, Elizabeth Warren is, what can you say?
I mean, you can say a lot of fucking things, man. I don't know. Like, what are you talking about?
It's funny. I did this interview once, and it was an interview, and Elizabeth Warren came up, and it was around the time that her and Elon Musk were sparring on Twitter. And so I said that Elon Musk has contributed more to society than Elizabeth Warren, and the woman who I was debating with was in complete and utter shock, and she was disgusted that I even said that.
Senator Karen.
Who?
What was her argument against that?
I don't know. I think they ended the segment shortly after.
Okay.
I don't think, but everybody laughed at me. They were like, "Oh, he's crazy." And then you know what she said? She's like, "It's not like Elon Musk invented the electric car." And I was like, "I never said he did."